Welcome to Anneliese's Mixed Media Series for Beginners. Come on in, sit down, relax, and enjoy this series. And thanks for watching. Let's talk art media. What does media medium mean? Art medium refers to the materials that are used to create a work of art. The plural of medium is media. My favorite art supplies. Let's talk Stabilo All pencils. This pencil is amazing. It is a graphite pencil that can write on a wide range of surfaces, including glass, metal, plastic, stone, paint, and paper. It is water soluble, which means it can be activated with water. There are some techniques I will teach you on how to make it permanent. Let's talk Uni Posca pens. These paint pens are great. However, you must make sure everything is dry before using them over other media. These pens are water-based ink and dries to a matte finish. These pens are odorless, fade-proof, and bleed-proof. Since they are water-based, they are not permanent, so a permanent fixative is suggested after you complete your art piece. Let's talk portfolio water-soluble oil pastels. If you have heard of Caran d'Ache Nail Color 2s, they are amazing but can be very expensive, and I'm trying to introduce you to supplies that you don't have to go out and spend an arm and a leg on. The same company that makes Crayola crayons also make the Portfolio series oil pastels. They come in 24 different colors. They are very creamy and can be activated by using water or use them dry. I will show you different ways of using these. Other pens and pencils I like to use are, you don't need name brand stuff to start. You'll need a graphite pencil. I usually like to use 2B, gel pens, colored pencils, colored markers, ballpoint pens in black, white, or red. If you want to go with artist brands, I recommend buying your favorite colors and some flesh tones individually. It ends up being a bit cheaper. Let's talk about my favorite glue mediums. The decoupage matte medium is great, and it does not make the pages stick like Mod Podge does, and it is very affordable from their website. The fancy art glues are great too, but can be very expensive, and I prefer to use them when I am creating a mixed media canvas, but for art journaling, I would save your money. Glitter glue is also very good to have. After all, this class I am trying to help you not spend a fortune and still create some really nice and fun pages. Now let's talk art brushes and water brush pens. For me, I only use really good and expensive brushes when I'm doing a canvas. For art journaling, I recommend to start out with a craft set of different brush sizes. I tend to be rough on my brushes, and I tend to be really bad and leave my brushes in dirty water for a day or two. So buying expensive brushes is really a waste of money for me unless I'm doing a canvas. Now let's talk Pentel water brush pens. I love these when working with water-soluble oil pastels, and they are great for traveling with when you do not have access to water. They can be a bit spendy, but are worth every penny. Now let's talk paper. When I first started art journaling, I bought the Canson brand mixed media paper that is bound like a spiral notebook. I found it to be good for art journaling, but I always felt intimidated in working on this or any expensive art journal as I was afraid of ruining the journal. Then I discovered composition books, and I fell in love working on them as I did not feel I would ruin them, and it felt freeing. So in this class, I recommend buying a composition book, and I will show you how to prep your book for journaling. Stay tuned for next week as I will show you how I prep my composition book for art journaling. So your homework for this week is to buy a composition book and about 4 glue sticks. I purchased mine at the local dollar store. Let's talk papers for backgrounds and foregrounds. I like using scrapbooking papers, security envelopes, newspaper, junk mail, origami papers, doilies, papers that I have used stamps on, book pages, pictures out of books, magazines and newspapers, postage stamps, ephemera, and vintage photographs. I also like to use jelly printed papers. However, in this class, not all of you might have access to a jelly plate. So in this class, we're not going to be using jelly printed papers. Let's talk mark making tools. Now, what are mark making tools? They're the things that you use to create marks on your art journal. And those things can be ink stamps, handmade ink stamps, foam stamps, corrugated cardboard, plastic tape dispenser, round lids, stencils, an old gift card or a credit card, a toothbrush, not a used one, a straw, bubble wrap, painter's tape. And when we get to the mark making part of our journal, I will show you how to make some of these mark making tools yourself. Additional supplies I like using but are not necessary are washi tape, acrylic inks, embellishments such as gems, paper clips, charms, vintage postage stamps, puff paint, glitter, brads, lace, ribbon, and charms, and stickers. And another thing I meant to mention to you is regarding the plastic tape dispenser. You know, when you buy the disposable tape and you have it in the dispenser plastic thingy and you're out of it and you throw the whole thing away, don't throw the plastic part away. Keep that, because I'll show you how to use that to create marks with. So yeah. Another thing that I almost forgot to mention was you may want to buy a roll of painter's tape because we're going to need that to prep our art journal, our composition books. So make sure that you pick up some painter's tape. I like to use washi tape to strengthen my paper, my composition books, but painter's tape will work as well. If you have washi tape laying around, then use that or use painter's tape. Either one will work for what we're going to be doing. And so that's it for this week. So this will give you a chance this week to gather your supplies together, your composition book and all of that. And next week, have your composition book ready on Thursday, because that's the days I release my videos at 8 a.m. 10 a.m. I'm thinking of another class. 10 a.m. every week on Thursdays, all right? 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you don't know what that is, go on to Google and look for time conversion, whatever. Just put time conversion in and it'll come up with a clock that you can put in the time and see what time my videos get released in your area. And without further ado, I hope that you enjoy this class. And remember, we're all at different parts of our art journey. So please, please, please do not compare yourself to others. Try not to be critical of yourself. And there is no such thing as mistakes in art, only learning experiences. So I hope that by the end of this class, you will have the confidence and the creativity to go on and continue your art journey through art journaling or canvases or whatever. So that's what my goal is to have you do. So don't forget to head on over to Anneliese's Mixed Media Everything Facebook group, where in the files section I will be posting where to buy your supplies, the best places to go, whether it's online or in a store. And so I will be listing a whole list of websites and links for you in the files in the Facebook group. So don't forget to head on over there and check those out. After this class, they will be posted up, usually about the same time as the video goes up. If not, it will be later in the afternoon. Anyhow, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend, and see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.